Hi YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Slightly Carnivore-ish. This is Danielle. Today we're going to discuss 5 tips and tricks that has helped me transition from the SAD, Standard American Diet, to the carnivore animal-based diet. First tip and trick is that I consider it not restricting. It's more empowering. You're not going to use it as I'm not allowed to have this, more so like I'm allowing myself to have this. I understand what I'm consuming, and I refuse to be ignorant to what I'm taking in anymore. I'm no longer going to eat unhealthy, and because of that reason, this is why I'm choosing to live this way. I feel like if you look at it more like I'm not allowed, it becomes very restrictive, and you count yourself as a victim instead of being the one who's in control. When you have control of what you eat and how you feel, it is very empowering. Now I'm gonna go number 2, and that's gonna be how you cook your food. I know that I'm more of a fan of the grill. So between my husband and I, we tend to use the grill a little bit more. And I will do that for a few reasons. First off, the taste is very nice. And anyone who eats grilled food would agree that anything cooked on a grill has a very nice flavor profile. The little pieces of burned food, and I found that mixed with salt is just an amazing taste. And aesthetically, it adds to it. The grill lines, just to be satisfied completely, or the charred look to it, I don't know. It might trick your brain into thinking, but it adds flavor. Pan fried is still nice, but there's something about a sear versus the grill lines that maybe I'm biased on. I will also say that it helps with the intake of fat. We've got a George Foreman, and it eliminates a lot of the fat from the ground beef and the steak that I'm eating, which helps with my stomach. So it doesn't make the food sit so heavy. I know fat is definitely a necessity. However, in moderation, I found that I'm not able to tolerate fat in high levels, so the grilling also helps with the ease of it's not so heavy on my stomach. Tip number 3, I'm gonna go with is definitely making sure that you have salt. Sea salt, we use sea salt, we use pink Himalayan salt, and we kind of did away with table salt. We use it here and there, but it's got to be if we're out of both, more so than anything. The sea salt is our go-to, simply because we got the large coarse, and it just, I don't know, it goes very nice with steak. So sea salt typically is the way we go. The large coarse, it tends to add a flavor profile that you weren't expecting. A little bit of crunch, and like I say, with the grilled, it's phenomenal. If you haven't tried it, definitely try it. And because I lean towards animal-based, I definitely use mustard. I still consume mustard. I'm no longer eating ketchup, so thumbs up for me. But it is mustard, and I know mustard is a seed. I still, besides salt, I don't use any other seasoning. Hot sauce is I'm still notorious for that. Frank's Red Hot. And I've looked at the list of ingredients. If anyone has any feedback, please be honest. But nothing is anything we're not allowed, so I allow it. You know what I mean? We gotta spice it up every now and then. I also use monk fruit, that I still do with my carnivore treats, as far as my carnivore cheesecake. That's literally like the only thing I've been making. So I definitely do still use monk fruit and vanilla extract. I'm debating and walking a fine line with, I do use it because the cheesecake, it's necessary. And because it's a flavoring, I'm not against it. I feel like I'm still my meat based to the core, and I'm 100% beef, so the little bit of seasoning I throw on top, I'm not opposed to. I still feel like I'm pretty good about that. Now, number 4, I'm gonna say a tip or trick that'll definitely help is you're gonna need snacks. I know everyone is against that, but we're humans and we watch movies and series, and There are moments on the in between when we're on the go, when we're hungry and we don't have time to grill a steak or pan fry a hamburger. Um, so, as much as we try to stay away from those, to get a roast and have it finely cut and make yourself homemade beef jerky chips. Or another recipe I do, my kids actually like this, is pepperoni chips. I'm actually going to do a whole recipe on that. Those are pretty good, as well as the carnivore cheesecake. And I've also stumbled upon a carnivore birthday cake recipe that I will be making in a couple weeks. So that should be a good one too. But I definitely think that, to be realistic, keto, you're allowed everything. There's no fine line as long as it's sugar free. And once you switch to carnivore, it's realizing that you don't have the snacks that you used to. Be able to turn and grab a chocolate bar because it sounds so yummy. Because of your food choice, you're usually satiated. However, we always hit that moment where, man, is it a sweet tooth, or what it wouldn't be to have some beef jerky, a couple pieces of something, just to fill your tummy back up. So I definitely think snacks is a transition plus and necessity. Number 5 is simply how you feel. Tip or trick: do you want to feel good mentally, physically, emotionally? Possibly stop any pain that you're having because your body isn't allowing yourself to process the food you're consuming. Depression or anxiety, but simply how you feel because your stomach is linked to your brain, and what you've ate that day. It's the thought that you can feel better, do better, be better by what you consume. And I put that as number 5 because by itself, the thought to fathom you would have never thought of in the past. And then when it's offered to you, if you decide to commit, it is a beautiful thing. So I would put that as number 1, but it's not even the first thing that draws people in. The mental clarity and being able to manage yourself is a beautiful thing, but most people are looking at what they have to give up, what they have to sacrifice in order to reach nirvana within themselves. So that's number 5. So let me know on your thoughts, opinions. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Is there any other tips and tricks if you're just starting carnivore that's helped you get through? Or are you finding that, maybe one of my tips or tricks are helping you? I appreciate the feedback. Until next time, everyone, have a great day.